Okay, Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum, strong believers. This is Malik Pai, and we're here for another day, another story. Last time we were talking about Prophet Adam. You guys are ready?
Yes.
Day 2 of Prophet Adam, because we didn't complete the story 100%. Where we left off was basically we talked about the creation of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. We talked about how he was taught the names of everything. We talked about the difference of angels and how they don't have any free will. We had Iblis, and we had or Jinns, and then we, of course, the creation of human being. And then did we talk about our mother Hawa?
No.
How do we say it in English?
Eve.
But that wasn't her name. Her name in Arabic was
Hawa.
Hawa. Okay, so we'll talk about the creation of Hawa. We'll talk about the actual command that Iblis was given, and we'll continue the whole descent of Prophet Adam all the way down to earth. And then tomorrow we'll finish off the story about the life of Prophet Adam on earth, his children, and the prophets who came after him, and then his, of course, death of Prophet Adam, our father, Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Now, I know, Salahuddin, before we were going yesterday, you had your hand up, and of course, the time was running out. I want to make sure that we wrap up this story with less than 10 minutes. So, what was your question?
So why did Allah get mad at Iblis if he has free will and he could say no, that he doesn't want to bow down to Adam, with respect?
Right. Okay, very good question. So let's talk about the whole event. But before we do that, so now, did we talk about how Iblis didn't bow down? We talked about the bowing down. Okay, so the commandment has been given, and now Adam, what's his name? Iblis doesn't bow down to Adam out of respect. Okay, but there's a reason. Okay, now I get it. Jinns have free will, and who else has free will? Humans also have free will. Free will means that, for example, if I tell you, Salahuddin, let's say you're driving, you get your license and you're driving, okay? Are you able to drive more than 200 miles per hour?
No.
Why not?
Because that's breaking the speed limit.
That's breaking the law, right? Yeah. But you're still, sometimes can you go over?
Yes.
Right? Because you just feel like it because it's fun?
No, you can't feel like it. You have to look at the speed limit.
You have to, but are there people out there who break the speed limit?
Yes. In India, they don't use any thingy.
Yes.
I know some people too.
Yeah? All right, let's not talk about those people who break the speed limit. But let's say those who break it, should they be punished? Should they be punished?
No.
Yes.
Yes, kind of.
They're breaking because they're breaking the law.
Yeah.
So they have the free will to go ahead and break the law. But if you're gonna break the law, you will be punished. Thing with angels is they just don't even have that urge to break the law. They just do whatever Allah tells them to do. But human beings, they could get the urge, or jinns could get the urge to break the law because either they're too proud to do something that Allah commanded them to do, or they're just too lazy, or they just don't want to do it. Whatever their reason is, but they're still going to be accountable. They're still responsible for their actions. So, now, good question. Now, let's check this out. Adam alayhi salam is, all the angels, and Iblis is right there, and he's asked to bow down to Prophet Adam. He doesn't bow down. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks Iblis, why didn't you bow down? So Musa, what was his answer?
I am made of fire, and he's made of clay, and I am better than him.
Yeah, first he said, I am better than him. Now, okay, why is that? What's your logic? Well, I'm made out of fire, and he's made out of clay. Well, who said fire is better than clay? Yeah. Nobody said that. And you know what? What do you think that sin is? Huh? Arrogant is one of them, yes. Pride, what else?
Being jealous that he's made of, being jealous that I have to bow down to
Right.
him, even though I'm better than him.
Right? And why are people not? Why are these angels not bowing down to me? I'm such a good. This person was just made like today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just like created him, and all of a sudden everybody has to bow down to him. And I've been worshiping Allah for so many years. What is this? Right? It's not fair. Life is not fair. Well, you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's commandment is His command. Don't think too much about it. Okay? Don't get scientific into it. Just whatever He says, just do it. And he didn't do it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked him, what made you not bow down to him? And he's like, well, you made me out, I'm better than him. Which is kind of like racism. One of the first sins that was done was racism. Basically saying that just because you're made differently, you could be a different color. In this case, it's a total different creation made out of a different material. I'm better than him. So that's that pride. Second, who cares? It's Allah's command. And you should be, you should be following it, right? So, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kicks him out. He's like, get out of here. But what do you think Iblis does, Mikael? Get up. Okay. What is Iblis?
He says don't punish me and don't punish me until like the day of judgment.
Yes.
So I can bring the people with me into the hell.
Very good. He's like, you know what? I'm doomed. I get it. And I'm not gonna ask you for forgiveness because I'm not happy with what you did. This is him telling Allah, right? He's like, you know, you are because of you, I'm like this, right? So he's blaming Allah for it, and he's like, all right, give me some time. Allah's like, fine, the time has been given to you.
Why did He give you time?
He's just, you know what? Again, a very good. What's up?
Because because he wants it to be a test for the people.
Very
if they
good.
wanna-
Very good. It doesn't. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have just destroyed him right there, but He didn't. He's like, okay, fine, you're given that time, and He's like, all right, you know what? Until I'm gonna make sure, because I'm going to hellfire, I want to make sure that I take all of his children to hellfire as well. I will make haram anything that is something that Allah doesn't like. I will make it so beautiful for them, so they get so attracted to doing haram, and then I will come from their right and from their left and from their front and behind. I'm going to come to them from all over the place. I will make them change the creation of Allah. I will make them do all types of haram, and because of that, I want to make sure that I take most of them to hellfire. But you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it's not going to, fine. Yes, people are going to follow you, but my righteous, true slaves, my real servants, they're not going to follow you. So we don't have to worry too much about shaitan. Yes, we should protect ourselves from him. But yes, if we are closer to Allah, we fear Allah, if our love of Allah is more than shaitan's whispers, okay, then we are okay. We should still be careful. We should still protect ourselves. We should always know that there's an enemy out there. But it's something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, my true righteous slaves, He's not worried about us. So if we are true righteous people, we don't have to worry about anything. But always know that there's shaitan out there, because we are weak. We could always fall into error. And let's talk about that. Now shaitan is on the side. You have Adam alayhi salam. Now he's in Jannah. He's kind of alone. And one day he wakes up, when he was feeling lonely, and he sees a woman right next to him. And that was Eve. And basically she was created from Adam. Okay? From basically Adam's ribs. Okay? She was created from Adam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Eve or Hawa from Adam. And the angels came and asked him, who's she? And he's like, she's Hawa. And they're like, why do they call her Hawa? Haya means what? It's life. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives life. And Hawa comes from the word life. And he's saying she's called Hawa because she was made out of a living being, which is himself. Part of his body, part of himself was taken and created. And
This is Adam answering?
Adam, yeah.
How does he know? He just woke up.
Very nice. How does Adam know?
Yeah.
Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught him names of everything. Angels are coming to Adam to ask him that because Adam already knows a lot of things that Allah has taught him. So he already knows that. So now you have Adam. The bowing down event happened. Shaitan is like, this is it. I'm on this guy. I'm going to make sure that I deceive
Where
him.
is
And
he right now? Like,
so somewhere. Not in the main
I know where
paradise.
he
Yes.
is. I know where he is. He's in that tree.
You think so? All right. Well, let's talk about that. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes Adam and says, Adam and Eve, go and enjoy paradise. Jannah. What does Jannah mean? Yes.
Like
Mikael.
free, like
get
it's
up.
free and you have anything.
No. Garden. What does garden have? What does garden
It
have?
has fruits. It has fruits. It has like a bunch of stuff. But Jannah, it's not like the normal gardens that you have here. It's like when you go to Jannah, like this is a hadith I heard that like somebody.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna stop you right there because we don't have time. Sorry, guys. This guy right here, if you let him talk, he's gonna talk forever, and I love it.
Oh, but you're gonna edit this part out.
No, I'm not gonna edit this out. But
Come on.
check this out. No. All I'm asking is, what does Jannah mean? It means garden. And yes, paradise is something amazing. It's not compared to this garden. Garden has lots of trees. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, go ahead and enjoy from all these trees. Just do not approach this tree. A specific one. Okay? Doesn't matter what the fruit was. He just said, don't do it. Don't worry about whether it's an apple fruit or banana or mango. Just don't approach this tree. So Shaitan comes to him and he gives him a reason. He's like, you know why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you not to eat from this tree? You want to stay in Jannah, right? Yes. Do you know you're created for... What did Allah...
Reason?
No. Earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that I'm going to create a Khalifa on earth. So it's already been announced that Adam is going to go in paradise, on earth. He's already created for earth. Yes, eventually he's going to come to paradise, but his mission is on earth. So he gives him a little logic. He tells him, the reason why you're not allowed to eat from this tree is because if you want to live in paradise, either you got to be what? One, angels, because angels live in paradise, or you have to live forever. Basically, you have to have a permanent resident card. You have to have this permanent residency of Jannah, and you will get that if you eat from this tree. And he lured him, okay, slowly, one step at a time. Sometimes he'll come, then maybe another day he'll come. It wasn't just one time. Shaitan's trick is not just he will come to you right away and say, do this, because you're going to be like, no, I'm not going to do this. This is wrong. But he will give some reasons, and slowly, he will lure you in, right? It's kind of like throwing a fishing string. You throw fishing wire into the ocean, and then you slowly reel it in. That is how he kind of, lured him to do the wrong. And when he ate from the tree, when Adam and Eve both ate from the tree, what happened?
I know.
Yes.
Allah got mad and said, why did you eat from this tree?
Before that.
They were naked.
Yes. So they basically became, they had to cover their private parts, right? Through the leaves of Jannah, okay? And yes, it is something that Allah... So Shaitan made you eat something haram, and he got your clothes taken off. So make sure you're always eating halal, and make sure you're covering up the way Allah wants you to cover up. Now, he eats from the tree, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Adam, didn't I tell you not to eat from the tree? And what do you think Adam and Eve, or Adam and Hawa said?
Yes, it's our fault.
Yeah. They didn't say, no, Shaitan, he told us that, we're going to become angels. And you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warned them that Shaitan is a great enemy of you. Stay away from him. Don't eat from this tree. But they end up doing it. But did Iblis make a mistake?
Yes.
Okay. Was Adam honored?
Yes.
He was honored because he was honored by having all the angels bow down to him. Was Iblis honored?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
He was such a great worshiper that he was brought to a very high level. All right, so both of them are honored. Did Adam make a mistake?
Yes.
He ate from the tree. Did Iblis make a mistake?
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
He did a mistake, but it's not like a mistake.
It's a mistake. It's a sin. He did something wrong, which is he didn't bow down to Adam. He disobeyed the command. Both of them were honored, Both of them disobeyed the commands of
But
Allah.
there's one thing that.
Okay, stop. Okay, I'll let you ask questions later. Both of them made mistake, and both of them were honored. But look at the attitude. Look at their attitude, and that's something I want you guys to have. Strong believers, you want to be strong. Okay, the first thing is take responsibility of your actions. Iblis starts blaming Allah that you're the reason why I'm like this. And you know what? I'm not gonna ask you for forgiveness. In fact, give me some more time so I can take Adam and his children and all of his future generation. I'm going to take them to hellfire. Guys, get up. And Prophet Adam and Hawa, what was their attitude? Oh Allah, we did wrong. We apologize. We did wrong. And if you don't forgive us, we're going to be the losers. And then also, if you don't forgive us and have mercy upon us, we're definitely going to be lost. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave them. He taught them some words to ask for forgiveness. And they asked for forgiveness and Allah forgave them. And then He said, go down to earth. So Adam and Eve, or Hawa and shaitan, they all came down to this earth. And shaitan, of course, and Allah is telling us that there's army of shaitan. Iblis is now making his army of other jinns. There's good jinns and bad jinns. And he's making his army of course, the bad jinns that follow him, that listen to shaitan. And he sends them out on these missions to mislead us. And Allah is telling us that these jinns can see you from where you cannot see them. So ask Allah for protection from these shayateen, from the bad jinns who can whisper in your ears to do things that are wrong, to make things that are haram more attractive to you, just like how He did to our parents, Adam and Hawa, in Jannah by eating from that tree. So that's the main lesson. Look at so many lessons from the story of Prophet Adam and Hawa. One, we talked about the creation. We know the 3 different types of creation. Human beings, jinns, and
Angels.
and angels. Very good. And we talked about how 2 of them have free will, 1 of them doesn't. And if you have free will, you can be a very good person. You can also be a bad person. And if you end up doing something wrong, which is fine, take responsibility of it. Admit that you're wrong and work on fixing yourself and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. Now, tomorrow, boys, what we're going to do is we're going to start from the story of Prophet Adam when he comes down to his earth, his children, and then his death. And then we'll get into some future prophets as well. Stay strong. These stories are to strengthen our iman. Learn from them. The mistakes that maybe other people might have made in the previous generation, previous nation. In this case, the mistake that our father Adam made. Why he did that. Knowing that there's another force out there, which is shaitan and his army, Iblis and his army, which are working very hard to lead us to the wrong path. So may Allah protect us. Stay strong. This is Malik Pai. Inshallah, we'll see you another day with another story. Assalamu alaikum.